You know, I don't really know if it matters whether or not Eliza lived or died at the end. The character, like the entire movie, is an allegory for our country's past, present, future. Eliza, Giles, Zelda, and especially Yolanda represent our multicultural country's repressed voices, both feminine and alien alike. Richard Strickland, the agent keeping the monster locked away, represents the power the US has placed upon itself to try and keep the world, its country, and especially its suburbs safe and sound, while never giving itself any wiggle room to really know what it is. As we then end on the irony that the superpowers looking out for our best interests represent a threat to any form of individuality that could help expand our intelligence of one another, while the creature then, which should come at no surprise, represents humanity's unknown potential. At first, I thought the movie didn't work as something open-ended due to what we were shown on screen. For one thing being that we're only shown the creature healing old wounds, from its gunshot at the end of the film to restoring Giles' hair. So when the creature and Eliza are in the water at the end, and it turns her scars into gills, it seemed to me to end like a classical fairy tale, one that's grim but hopeful. Grim in that Eliza really does die, but hopeful, being that she lived a life of courage and love, and that their tale will spread, inspiring all who hear it. Yet, as I stated before, I don't think it really matters whether or not she lived or died, being that it still does work as a tale that inspires hope, but also because we only know so much about the creature and what it can do, which is really a metaphor for ourselves. Like all good scares, the monster exists inside all of us, the thing we're terrified to face because we're afraid of what we'll see. We don't know exactly what the creature from the film is capable of because it lives in fear, a fear that can easily translate to the way people feel when they're trapped in a society that tells them they don't belong. The film has to be open-ended then, one being that it's an American film, meaning we get to have our cake and eat it too, and two, because regardless of whether or not she literally died, their tale of love will live on, a tale of the repressed coming together to overcome great odds, and whatever that might mean to you. I hope you enjoyed watching my critique for The Shape of Water, and I'd like to thank Curdblog again for allowing me on their site. Be back every Friday at 3 p.m. for a new episode, and don't forget to love your monsters.